This is the new forcible entry door that was delivered to the department recently. It has several features that are different than the blue door that we originally had. When we first get the door, you need to set out the floor plates. Both sides have a floor plate. They also have a T-handle screw that needs to be screwed down to help balance the door. So as we're forcing the door, it should be solid. On this side of the door, you have a couple of different areas. The important thing to remember is we are not to shock on this door. So we can't shock anywhere that isn't painted yellow. So this area, we can pry and do light shocking. Anywhere else, we are unable to. Starting in the center, working our way out, on the outward swing side of the door, we have a metal plate area that we can unscrew these wing nuts, and we're able to change out from a plunge cut with the rotary saw to shearing carriage bolts, which is what this is set up for right now. There are carriage bolts that will be provided. They get threaded in, and we're able to practice shearing the carriage bolts. Working our way this way, this is the safety latch for the panic hardware on the other side, which we'll go over in a minute. But this is to be disengaged, so actually secured before forcing over here. On this side, we have a K-tool and R-tool prop. We're able to actually utilize the K-tool and be able to pry using that. We can also do outward swinging doors as well too. Just make sure that you set the appropriate amount of tension using the screw. Still uses the same size furring strips that we used with the blue door as well. Working our way around, up top, this is nothing more than a carry handle. The other side has an actual cut prop on it that we'll go over in a few minutes. Working our way down, we have regular commercial lock and residential lock that we are able to activate for deadbolts or Adams Wright locks that you're able to use your basic screwdrivers on to manipulate. They are fully working, but they are not designed to be cut or pulled. Only over here is this designed to be cut or pulled. Working our way around, we can do inward swinging doors from this side. Working our way down, if we're doing inward swinging doors, we need to remove the hardware for the lock pulling prop. This is a simple bolt that can be unscrewed and pulled away. The panic hardware is operational. We are able to actually plunge cut using K12 and be able to operate the panic hardware from that side. Once again, remember, if we're going to shock, stay inside of the yellow area. Do not shock anywhere in the red area. We can use HydroRam on this door as well too. It is rated for that. I would avoid trying to use hydraulic extrication tools such as Hamatro tool on the door, as it will not be rated for that. We have a lock prop here. This is able to be used with a duckbill lock breaker or with a Halligan bar to put the spike through the lock hasp and try and force it down, or put the forks over the end of it and actually force the lock off of the hasp. Up top, while this looks like a handle on this side as the other side, it's actually a K12 metal cutting prop that you're able to cut in the vertical and horizontal positions, up high, middle, and low. And we also have in this area too a hinge pulling or hinge cutting prop. If we are cutting the hinge, there is a piece of flat stock metal that needs to be utilized instead of the door hinge, otherwise damage will occur to the prop. Safety wise, other than our normal safety procedures, requires 3 people to move it and to adjust around. The wheel here should not be out while forcing, and you're able to actually move this around very easily compared to the blue door. On this side, if you are using the panic hardware prop with the metal, remove the wood from it so that the actual panic hardware will operate. It is fully functional. We can damage this little throw piece right here if we do not actually lock it down by pushing down on the handle and locking it in place.